He's already, the auction's underway. $170 for Holtz. Verhoff's at $200. Puck is down. Play is underway. Both teams trying to get back into the win column. Royals looking to snap a winless in 6 skid. Wild dropped a pair of games and throw it out to center. Wood tipped it past Zemlak, hung onto his stick, but here comes a chance for Friesen, and that was broken up as flying back into the zone to help out defensively was Royals forward Tanner Scott. Victoria gets physical in the corner on Zemlak on Isogai, who squirts to the slot. He'll backhand it to the left point as the Wild push it to the right side. Prasovsky looking for a man that would be a Wood for a one-timer, but went off his skates to the knees with 3 dark stripes on the bottom and on the arms. And dark blue numbers. Very clean, easy to read. Long distance drive by Children's Charity. Finnenberg and LaVenture have bids on their sweaters already, $150. Where to find the auction? Head up Royals socials. Any of them, they've got them posted there. And you can have a good look at the unis. Also at my Twitter page, thanks to Gord Ruff for the picture of Braden Holtz, the starting netminder here at Victoria. Forcing a turnover, Scott throws it back over to Newman as they cruise through the slot area on a short 2-on-1, but it was in behind him. Royals with the 1-0 lead. Traden Trembecki, who's got the goal, through to the left boards. Prasovsky, 20-year-old D-man with another overager beside him, Graham Sword. They pump the puck in the offensive zone, and Wenatchee goes to work on their forecheck. Reggie Newman back in the lineup after missing 4+ games. Up ahead for right wing, Trembecki's able to snooker this one down. And his brother, prospect of the Vancouver Canucks, former Moose Jaw Warrior, Jetwu. This is Jonas, 17-year-old. It's not his draft year. He has the late birthday. He's a defenseman, just like his brother. Victoria picks it out of skates. Left corner. Up for Scott on the left wing. Rolling it down the left boards for Taden Trembecki, who's got the only goal of the game. Tie each other up in the corner. In comes Reggie Newman to throw ahead on Friesen. And he'll go and lay another man down in the far corner. And there's a very delayed arm by the official as he tried to get a read after grabbing at his face. Both teams have lost players to injury, with Edwards out for Victoria. It's 1-0 for the Royals. As the Wild put it to the slot off the skate, now back to the right point. Sword moves in. He'll shot, change direction, blocked in front. Rebound chance for Isogai, knocked off his stick by Cole Reshny. Royals 16-year-old out here to help kill a penalty. Left side, a rising shot. Face off to the right of Holtz. Off the draw, won by Victoria. Now pinned behind the net, comes loose. Royals get a hold of it and find an opening. And this one is lifted high and down the ice by Dawson Pasternak of the Victoria Royals. He's playing in his 150th game tonight. We're going to hear from him in the intermission, talking about it. The Wild, Isogai, their leading scorer, looking for the puck behind the net. He's tied up by Brinson. That allows Victoria to whip it down the ice. Reggie Newman in the box. He got a double minor for boarding, so his power plays 1 and 2. It was a second hit that Reggie Newman threw on that shift. Trying to get physical. Sword has it at the left point, steps to the middle of the blue line. Isogai, right circle, down low, feed to the goal line, side of the net. Friesen backs up into the corner. His pass, I think Miskey disrupted it, went right to Reshny, and Victoria again. Jacked by Reggie Newman, who's hitting everything tonight. That was on ARP. Look for candidates for CSN collision of the game. Bouncing puck in the slot in the Royal zone, taken safely into the corner. Now backhanded up the wall as Tanner Scott looks to vacate the zone. Back pressure from Fraser. Rolled it down the left side, 2-on-1 Royals. LaVenture on the backhand with Reshny. The pass is just in behind him. And in transition, here come the Wild through center. They're offside, though, as a hot pass out in the east. Again, they've added pieces at the deadline, namely Connor Geekie. And to make room for him, Tyson LaVenture was traded to the Victoria Royals as he was an overager. And he has been a great fit here with Victoria. Wu has it at center for the Wild in a 1-1 score. Shots are 4-3 in favor of Victoria. It's been a low event. Power play for Wenatchee helped them generate a couple shots on goal and led on the second one to the one finding the back of the net on a tip by Bucharts. Puck tied up in the near wall by the penalty box area. Nate Miskey able to find it, use Zemlak, and now he'll relay off the far wall in for Escalus Burlock, who's picked up an assist in the game, put it behind the Wild net, and they will outlet to center. Royals are there in the neutral zone, though. Won't let Isogai get it. Holt shovels it behind the net. Isogai's in on the forecheck. He's fast. The Royals, though, able to pass it out to center ice. And with speed, Ender zips it in after some solid back pressure from Mark. Kipke, the defenseman, activates. He heads in deep. And allows his mates to change as well. We've seen that a couple times tonight. Breshny's line is out with LaVenture and Pasternak, but the top line here of the Wild have it in the offensive zone. It's Kenta Isogai as he does a horseshoe around the Royal zone and rolls it behind the net. Miski gets physical on his man and strips him of the puck. That was Friesen. His pass, though, stolen temporarily here by Isogai, and Friesen continues to put on some pressure. Miski relays to the right corner. LaVenture banks one off the boards and gets it out for Victoria. They'll transition. LaVenture for Breshny down the left wing. Stuttering is Fluker. The drop pass for LaVenture looks to the slot. It's broken up by Isogai. 3, maybe 4 on 1 for the Wild the other way. Wood with the puck in the right circle, shoots, and there's Braden Holt to get a piece of it on the short side to keep it out. His finest save yet here in the first to keep it 1-1. Dawson Pasternak races out to center over the blue line. Pasternak a 3-on-2 Holt fires, geez, and got it. Minutes to go in the first period. Face-off won by Hogan Evenson. And now we know why he wasn't on the ice earlier. He's back out with a cage, so obviously had to have some repairs done. Already losing Edwards, and then without Hogan Evenson for a while. Short-handed are the Royals. Got to be careful here with Isogai on the ice. He's got him pinned deep right now, and Victoria now able to come out to center. Power play 13th in the league for Hogan Evenson down the left wing. Goes back to the slot. They score! Maddox, McCaggerty. Third time's a charm. Woo at the right point. Finds Friesen. Down low for Isogai. The Wild trying to get this one back down to the final minute. And Victoria Royals 2-1 game. Royals just pinning it against the boards. Dragging the clock. Wood trying to pull it out of there. Does in the bottom of the circle. But swatted off his stick now behind Victoria's net. Keaton Veroff having a look. Rolled it out to center. Through underneath the stick of Hogan Evenson for Tanner Scott down the left wing. He ties up his man in the corner. That's Jonas Wu. Wu is an 18th overall selection. Now Wood finds Isogai, comes to center. Isogai going wide with 20 seconds to go, cut to the middle. Throws it across for Friesen for the Wild. A shot, it's in and out of the glove of Holt. It's loose at the side of the net. 2 Wild members are there. It's in skates, squirts to the side of the net. Boy, that was a good save by Holt. You just got to... Second period is underway. The Royals with a 2-1 lead against the Wenatchee Wild. Victoria with possession. Reggie Newman starting the second period out there with Hogan Evenson after the dump-in. Hogan Evenson comes out in front. Brought the puck to the edge of the blue paint before it was taken back. And the Wild on the way. Friesen. He took a hip check from Nate Miski. Trying to drive the slot. That draws a reaction from the fan. And we got another counter for a collision of the game. Sword to the right point. Krasovsky banks one off the boards, trying to get it to Karam right out in front. That's not happening as Victoria takes it away, but they can't clear the zone. Stopped up as Isogai with a wrist shot, knocking the stick out of the hands of Nate Miski, who blocked it. Newman to center, put it into the feet of Sword. Left circle, Wild zone. Up on left wing, Isogai got away on him. Kipke able to backhand it out to the neutral zone, knocked down by Scott. It rolls down the ice. This might be icing on Victoria. Of him before the last game as they honored the Overagers, standing on the carpet with a framed jersey to his left and his mom under his arm on the right, and the family in town. Slashing the call on McCaggerty and Pasternak to center. A drop pass. Kipke works his way in. The high slot. Rolled it back to the right point. Pasternak under pressure now for Kipke. Comes off the wall with it. Top of the circle, and it's forced out by Wood. 35 seconds gone on the man advantage. Breshny curls between the circles in his own zone. Makes his way up over the center line. Got over, pushed it onto the right boards, but out of the reach of LaVenture, and that's an easy clear for Young. Mo Blue Cards with his 15th of the year in even strength goal. Play in the Royals zone. Royals defenseman Austin Zemlak back. Over to Miski, putting it down the ice. He's looking for Tanner Scott. He's got the bubble on, and now Hogan Evenson, after something that happened in the first, is wearing the cage. And the Royals also losing Alex Edwards after taking a knee in the first, which went uncalled. At the left point, Zemlak, fan on a wrister, went right to a Royal, though, and hurried to the right point. Nate Miskey, stick handles along the blue line, hits the brakes, goes around a fallen forward. Miskey unloads a wrist shot off the shoulder of G, and it bounces into the corner. The Royals have had some great chances in this frame. Bouncing puck bounces into G, and it's covered. Winterhawks have an extra game in hand. Victoria to the blue line. No further, chop back. Isogai 2-on-2, and here comes Bucharts as well, trailing, and a wrist shot. It goes wide of the Royals' net. After firing, that one was Dawson Seitz, former Oil Kings first rounder. Puck between the benches. Trembecki leans into Isogai and flips it between the defensemen towards Brendan G, the netminder for the Wild. Stretch pass, and Isogai's got a breakaway. He's in alone to the backhand, and then take 3-2 Royals lead, but the Wild on the power play.
Zemlak, 2 minutes for tripping.
The only other penalty for Victoria, Reggie Newman got a double minor for boarding. And 1 for 2 of the Wild. They scored in the second half of that. Across cross ice pepper to the left of Holt. We're down to 6.5 to go in the second period. The teams have exchanged goals in this frame, but boy, they've had numerous chances. Both of them have. Isogai comes off the line with it. Watch out, but it goes into the side. Tried the short side, and Holt got his blocker on it, and then he's able to cover it up and then sweep it away. Royals throw it out to center ice, and now they're on the Hula Electric power play for a 4th time tonight. Hogan Evenson down the left side, rolls it behind the net. G lets it go. Newman in on the forecheck. Thought he had stolen it temporarily. Clearing attempt hit our own player, Cooper, but he finds it, drops out of his equipment, and he swats it down the ice. Nate Miskey. Hula Electric, electrical and technology solutions bring us the power play. 4:15 to go in the period, and that abbreviated power play is going to come to an end here in 3 seconds as the Royals start out of the zone. On left wing through center. Dumped in. Newman's after it. Newman on the forecheck for Victoria. Rolled it up the boards. Wood finds Reich. It's tied up. Persofsky ties up his man. That's Newman. This going on to the right of the Wild net along the wall. Halfway down inside the zone. Worked up the boards, trying to get it out. Are the Wild. Kick through feet. Royals get it, and a chance for a shot by Reich, but his stick was tied up by Sword. Getting to it first was Trembecki, but he got shoved around by Persofsky, the overage D-man, and Isogai. Flings it out to center. Backhanded in by Wood. Burlock got a piece of Wu. Puck rung around the boards, and now chiseled up and out. Could be a 2-on-1. Burlock down the right side with Reich. Burlock trying to sweep it towards the net as Wu broke it up. He wouldn't let it get to Reich. Maybe was trying to pass, but Wu got his stick in there on Burlock in the nick of time. Royals have restored the lead here. The 2-goal one, that is, a 4-2 advantage. After Buchart's second of the night got them to within 1. McHaggerty looking for the lead feed ahead here for tonight. Miskey from Tanner Scott, and it's 5-2 Victoria. Even strength goal.
His 7th goal of the season, scored by number 23, Nate Miskey.
Scott scoops it up and fires it in. Both Scott and Hogan Evenson are on the same line.
Time of the scoring
as I
18:38.
Look for excuses as to why I got that wrong. That and the jerseys.
Last minute of play.
Kind of tough to tell, see the numbers on the arms.
Miskey is 7th of the season.
Again, it's the fan design sweater. They didn't have a broadcaster in mind, except for the name is nice and bright on the back, and so is the number, but the arms are a little trickier to see. 5-2 Victoria, and they get one late here. In period number 2 to go up by 3. With about $1:20 to go, they've scored. And the Royals are in. Burlock to the slot. Wright's just put it wide. Burlock scores on the rebound off the end wall. Shane Patrick's former team, the head coach of the Royals. Broken stick right off the draw to start the 3rd period. Puck sent in by the Royals. Flip right back out by the Wild. Shots were 20-17 in favor of Victoria. Puck fired in now by the Wild, as they elect to keep G in the net. Again, he's played a lot lately. That's why I thought perhaps we would see Justin Perreault, who's yet to face any Western Hockey League action. They have a 16-year-old backup in the absence of Daniel Hauser. The playoffs begin on the road next Friday and Saturday, where unknown. But it looks like a CHL top 10 team, either Prince George, Portland, or with some help and some wins, it could be Everett. Victoria stealing the puck at center. Now Pasternak on a three-point game, backhands it wide of the Wild goal. Isogai took a bump from Leventure, but he got it out to center for Wood. He's quickly denied at the line by Verhoff, who has an assist in the game tonight. Breshny down the left wing, going behind the net. Tied up by Fluker. Leventure comes in to take the puck for a while. Bounced off his stick as two Wenatchee Wild were on him, but recovered by the Royals. And they'll cycle back to Pasternak. He shoots. It's off the stick of G and off the end wall. Pasternak looking for the hat trick here in game one. Trembecki and Burlock. The line of Burlock, of Trembecki, and Pickford in the middle have been great for Victoria tonight. One of the keys to the game for Sticky Wicket was about the Royals using their depth and winning the depth game. And that line is helping them out tonight. The third line for the Royals. Fourth line not complete anymore. And now Hogan Evenson with a steal off his head as he tried a shot that was blocked by Fluker as Alex Edwards left the game early in the first after taking a knee. I went uncalled. The Wild are down a forward. Actually, they dressed 7D and they lost one of them. That's what it is. Pankey left after taking a hit from Reggie Newman and got a double minor for boarding that the Wild scored on, and the Royals are going to take another penalty here as Reggie Newman got his stick on a Wild player and maybe his skate as well, ends up going down. An extra attacker is out and is over the glass. Rebound. Cooper from Wu and Bukarts. But Victoria gets control off the draw, and this one goes down the ice. Drop pass to center for Isogai. Decides to carry it in himself. Down the left wing, got around a man. Threw it in front off skates, but it goes into the far corner. Flipped to the point by Moore, but not a good pass on the backhand is between the pointman. And so Friesen goes back for it along with Sword. Finds Wood at center. Cuts over the line. Wood with trying to unload a wrist shot. Ran into traffic. Royals block it. And a clearing attempt is stopped, but then skated out of the zone by Royals defenseman Justin Kipke. Hits the blue line. The other end of the ice. Reshny, lone forechecker here while shorthanded. Knocked it off the stick of Sword, and Reshny's going back the other way, 2-on-2. Passed it to Hogan Evenson, cuts to the circle. Back for Reshny, put it through. G out the other side. What a chance there for Reshny. Set up by Hogan Evenson, shorthanded. Reshny already denied on a breakaway in the game by G. And this time he just got in too tight, still managed to slide it underneath. And then it's all going to get crazy on the weekend. A lot of scoreboard watching because nothing's decided, especially here in the West. Only one team has their place locked up, and that's Everett. They have theirs. And a one-timer now by the Wild. Letting that go was Evan Friesen, and it goes wide of the mark. Zemlak collects himself after a collision with Isogai. Zemlak's strap is loose, hanging by his chin. Chopped in. Reggie Newman's after. G's out of the net. Ripped around the boards in the Wild zone. Hogan Evenson trying to stop it along the half wall, hopped over his stick, and Wenatchee comes out to center. Flipped it in the offensive zone. In is Zemlak, Fort Mac native. Fires it over to Reshny, takes it while skating backwards. Pushed to Eder Trembecki, will keep the puck going. Sword to it first behind the Wild net for Wenatchee. Isogai grabs it, goes cross ice, and now in flight is Friesen. Stood up by Pasternak, but Pasternak got in his way and didn't watch the puck, and then it rolled on to Holt. Now a wrist shot off the iron as Isogai let that one go. Coming close as he beat Holt blocker's side, but not the post. Pasternak under pressure in the neutral zone. Gets the puck deep. Royals will make a change with 7:18 to go in the third. A quick pace to this one. In flight is Friesen down the wing. Verhoff's on him. Friesen staying with it. Verhoff shoves him. Pushed him behind the net. Now worked over in the corner. In Victoria territory. Kipke knocks a man over. No penalty there. Squirts loose to the circle. The Royals grab it. And Newman shovels it out of the zone for Tanner Scott on right wing. Got it over center. Forced back, however. And now Kipke gets a hold of it at the logo. Over for Newman out of his reach on the left. And we have a power play now, though, for the Wild. It looked like you got a feeling it was going to go the other way, but no. We'll find out what the call is here shortly as the Wild look to crack into the 4-goal lead. And they get over the blue line offside.
27, Jaron Brinson. 2 minutes for roughing, plus a 10-minute misconduct. Minor penalty.
Wild control, they come to center. White base sweaters with the blue numbers and 3 black lines for the trim on the arms and at the bottom of the sweater. And the Wild logo in the middle. Puck behind the Royals net. Wood's after it. Kipke trying to tie him up. Wood takes a hold of it, skates into the right corner, snaps it to the left point. They work it around on their 5th power play. They're 1 for 4. Back door. Isogai looking for Wood, who was skiing a little bit on Reggie Newman. Got away with a hook. Newman steals it, though, and he will reload. Obviously frustrated. He heads off here in the final minute of play in the 3rd period. The Royals a 4-goal lead. High dump in. Knocked down by Victoria in their own zone. Wood cut off. Fluker seals the wall, won't let them exit the zone. Hooks it across, but cleared it out himself, just over the blue line. Bouncing puck, Wenatchee on the ice now for the Royals. Lost his line mate Alex Edwards early in the game. Ian Kinneberg. But he's out there now for a centering shift with Burlock and Trembecki. That line's been good with Pickford all night. Sometimes seeing Wenatchee on there. The Royals winning the depth game. Royals have possession in their own zone as the clock winds down. 8 seconds to go. Spin move along the wall. Zemlak trying to hook it back, and it's slowed down. The Royals take it behind the net.